to my channel. I'm Debbie from Debbie's World, and well, we're having a bit of an experiment today. So I've been thinking a lot about my vegetarian viewers, and I just happened to be watching the Good Food channel, and the Gordon Ramsay programme was on, and obviously I've been enjoying the beef koftas from Iceland, and I've also enjoyed making my own recently. And he made some chickpea and spinach koftas, so immediately it clicked, that's vegetarian. Now I know there's at least one vegan person watching me, so if you can let me know if this is also a vegan recipe, then let me know. So yes, there is a Gordon Ramsay recipe available on YouTube, which I will try and remember to put in the description box. And as I say, this is very much a experiment, and because when I saw the ingredients I realised it was very easily adaptable to Slimming World. So I'm going to be using a tin of chickpeas. These are really cheap in supermarkets, 35 pence, and I'm going to drain them. So one tin of chickpeas, a bag of spinach, which is speed food and free on Slimming World. Then we've got cumin, paprika and turmeric. If you have cumin seeds, then use cumin seeds. And those are all free on Slimming World. And then we've got some Superfine gram flour, which is what Gordon Ramsay used. And it's made from yellow split peas and chickpeas. It's the same as normal flour, sin wise. It's 4 sins for 25, 4.5 sins for 25 grams, but it's just, as it says, super fine. I'm sure normal flour would be fine, but for some reason I just gave in to buying a special ingredient, and at the moment this pack is £1 in Morrison's, so that's 25 grams, so there's 4.5 sins there. I might not use it all, we'll see how we get on. And we'll also need some kind of food blender and a frying pan. So I'm going to drain my chickpeas. So I am using my Home Tiki table blender, which was very kindly gifted to me to review. You can see a review in detail further down my videos. And I've got my drained chickpeas. Doesn't look like I'm using as many as Gordon did, but we'll see how we go. Then I'm going to add my spices, so some ground cumin. Now he didn't give any amounts or anything, so this is all to your own taste. So about ½ a teaspoon to a teaspoon of cumin, same of paprika, and same of turmeric. A little bit too much there. There's a good whack in there. And then I'm going to use about half my flour. And we'll see how we go. You need to blend your chickpea mix to a paste. I've just added a tiny bit of water, and I've just given it a taste, and I think it needs a bit of salt, but that's just me. Obviously you add seasoning to your taste. Right, I've got a frying pan heating up here with fry light. Turn it down to about a mid-heat. I've got my bag of spinach. I'm probably going to use about half a bag. Sure, that's plenty. I'm just going to wilt that down. Literally 1 or 2 minutes in the frying pan, and I probably could have used more by the looks of it, but I'm just going to roughly chop it. And yeah, so I've got my tin of chickpeas here, 1 tin, and I think that the 12 gram I weighed out 25 grams, which is 4.5 sins, and I've used less than half, and I think it's plenty having had a taste of it. So this will be 2 sins for the whole mix. And the same if you use normal flour. Roughly chopped my spinach. I used half a bag there, you could probably have used more. And then I'm going to give this, obviously, another really good mix. Right, so now it's time to shape into koftas. I did just add a pinch or 2 more flour, so I will weigh what's left and try and work out how much I've used. But now we just need to shape into golf ball size shapes. So I'm going to try and get maybe 4. And then we'll leave them to chill in the fridge, but I'll come back when I've shaped them. So there we go, I have got 5 koftas out of that mix. What Gordon says is to fry them. What I might do is I might try them in my Actifry, but I'll see. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to chill them in the fridge for a while until I'm ready to cook them. So I would say at least half an hour to an hour just to get them to stay in shape a bit more, and then we'll see how we get on. I've just put my koftas in the fridge, and as I'm clearing up I weighed out the rest of my flour and there's 12 grams left. So I've used about 12 grams of flour, and I'm happy to count that as 2 sins or half a sin each for the 5 koftas. So yeah, we'll see how they turn out. And if you have any recipes using gram flour, I have a bag to use up, so please do let me know. So I'm just going to make a quick mint yoghurt dip to accompany my chickpea koftas. So I have got Morrison's fat-free Greek style yoghurt, which is free on Slimming World. I've got some Layla mint sauce, which I got from Morrison's and is coming up as free on the app. I usually use about 100 grams of yoghurt and 5 to 10 grams of mint sauce. And then I add salt and pepper and a little bit of sweetener, and all those are just to your own taste. So just keep mixing and keep tasting it and add the seasonings to your own taste. So welcome back to this very experimental recipe. I have actually left these to chill in the fridge overnight. I made them on the Saturday and then decided that I'd cook them fresh for my lunch on the Sunday. So I'm going to risk it in my Actifry. So I've taken the paddle out and I've sprayed the pan with Actifry, and then I'm going to actually switch on the Actifry for a minute or 2 just to warm it through, and then I'm probably going to fry these and turn them once in the middle for probably about 10, do them in the Actifry for probably about 10 minutes. We'll see. So there are the chickpea and spinach koftas. I've done them in the Actifry for about 10 minutes, turning them a couple of times, and they're lovely and crispy on the outside. And now I'll show you how I'm going to serve them. There we go. I've just bitten into one and they're lovely and moist on the inside. I will give you a full review after I've tasted them, but I've served them with a bed of spinach, red pepper, red onion, tomatoes and cucumber, and my mint dip, which I'm going to sprinkle on a bit more in a bit. So yeah, I'll come back and let you know what I think. So I have just finished my lunch, which was the chickpea and spinach koftas, and they are very, very nice. That was actually the perfect way to cook them in the Actifry. They were crispy on the outside and lovely and soft and moist on the inside, but you could equally do them in a pan, in fry light or in the oven. Only take about 10 minutes or so. I would say they're really, really nice. They were a little bit bland, so you needed the dip with them. Or I might just add a few more spices next time and maybe a bit more chilli. But yeah, really, really nice, and I'll make them again, especially as I have that bag of gram flour. But don't forget, because of the flour, those 5 koftas work out at about half a sin each. I hope you've enjoyed this recipe. If you do make it, let me know. Thank you for watching, and please like, comment and subscribe.